Hey, you're late. Is everything okay? I mean, yeah, I know, but you're not usually late. Out of everyone in the office, you're usually the one that's always on time. Okay, but if you stopped and got a coffee, I assume you'd be carrying a coffee? Come on. You're my best friend. At least at work. Work bestie. Westie. Tell me where you were. Fine then, keep your secrets. No. Nothing changed during the night. Nothing ever changes. I don't even know why we're supposed to be guarding this thing. Okay, well, if it breaks out, it's just gonna murder everyone, so why are we even watching in the first place? So we can hit the alert button, lock everything down. From everything I've heard about this creature, it could totally break out, even if we shut everything down. Just saying. It doesn't seem like the higher-ups really know what they're doing, bringing this thing here. Okay, but when I signed up to guard a bunker of military secrets, I assumed it would be aliens, you know? E.T. It'd be more amusing watching E.T. in here than this cryogenically frozen whatever it is. I mean, it doesn't look like an alien. I don't know, maybe some thing that they dug up out of the ground or the bottom of the ocean or something. I don't know where the government gets their weird cryogenically frozen creatures. Okay, well, I'm done talking about it because it is all we ever seem to talk about. You are so cagey with your personal life, and I want to know. We're sitting next to each other for the next 8 hours, and then we go home, and then we sleep, and then we do it again. And in all our weeks of working together, you haven't said anything. Okay, you said a couple things. I know you don't like cranberries. I know you do like donuts. But that's only because we have, breakfast, lunch, and dinner together every day. Well, I don't eat breakfast in general. On my days off, I don't eat breakfast. I don't think it's the most important meal of the day. I think that's just something they tell children to make them eat their cereal. I would say lunch is the most important meal of the day because at that point you need energy to keep going through the day. It gives you a little pick me up. I don't know. Okay, well, what do you think the most important meal of the day is? And you better not say dinner, because dinner is just like a big heavy meal you eat before going to sleep. How early are you eating your dinners? Oh hey, look at that. Whatever is in there, its heart rate just sped up. You think it can hear us? Through all the cryo and the fluid? I don't know what's in there. They pay me to guard, not to be a scientist. That's for the white coats to come in and take their samples and... So did you actually get coffee this morning? I'm not just gonna let it go. You have been aloof and mysterious for too long. It is time to be open. Are you kidding? You know so much about me. Mainly because I'm a chatterbox and I've and you're quiet, so I want to fill the void with a lot of my own chatter. I'm just saying. Oh, it's the hourly check-in. You want to do it? Be my guest. Agent 3-4 confirming. See, was that so hard? I don't know why you always make me do the check-ins. It's just Kurt on the other end. It's not like anybody important listens to our check-ins. Really, do we need an hourly check-in just to tell everybody that the thing hasn't left the case? It's never going to leave the case unless somebody opens the case. It would be kind of cool, though, to see it out of its box. How do you think it moves? Okay, well, excuse me for being curious. I see some kind of weird and wacky creature the government keeps in a bunker. I want to know what it looks like, how it talks, how it moves. No, it's probably not sentient. It's probably some deep sea slug that they found and they were like, what the frick is this? Maybe it ate someone. That's why they have it locked up. Maybe it's like a super predator shark type thing. No, it doesn't look like a shark, but it doesn't look like anything. Okay, how would you describe it to someone who's never seen this? Exactly. It just sounds like gobbledygook. This entire job is gobbledygook, but it pays so well and the health insurance is so good, I'm not gonna complain. Get paid $50 an hour to sit here for 8 hours looking at a thing in a pod and making sure that thing doesn't break out of said pod. It's like the easiest job ever. And it's air conditioned and dental insurance. Full dental insurance. I don't have any copay. I can go into a dentist office anywhere and be like, fix these teeth. I'm just saying. And so, yeah, a couple coworkers go missing here and there. But nobody cool. Yeah, I guess Jerry went missing the other day. Rest in peace, Jerry. I don't know. Usually people that go missing show up. Maybe they don't. I don't get paid enough. I am not search and rescue or HR. I am a small security guard watching this small pod with you for 8 hours. I don't know why they needed 2 people. But I guess you know more about the chemicals that are keeping it. Yeah, see, you're smart. You know what's going on. Okay, so do you have a theory about what it is? Where it's from? I would love to hear it. I am all ears. Really? No, I'm not saying that skeptically. I'm just saying that's your best theory? Yeah, I'm gonna go with monster from the Black Lagoon is more probable than that. I mean, come on, that would have to be a whole global conspiracy. Have you tried to get 3 people to agree to do something? It's really hard. Everybody has their own opinions. If there was a whole bunch of people from all over the world and all these different countries hiding these things, I think at some point somebody would be like, okay, I'm not keeping it a secret anymore because I can get paid $1,000 by some news station to spill the beans. I just think every chain has a weak link, and the more links you have in the chain, the more chances are that you'll get a weak link. Like Jerry. Jerry was a weak link. He was too curious for his own good. He got too nosy, went where he didn't belong in the restricted area, and poof, he disappeared. Let this be a lesson for us all. Keep our heads down, clock in, clock out, get health insurance. I don't really care what they're doing here. They could be plotting to overthrow every government on Earth. I couldn't give a shit. Well, if they're gonna overthrow every government on Earth, there's nothing I can do to stop it. Okay, so if our bosses, higher-ups, are the bad guys, your grand plan is to release whatever this is to stop them. What if they're not the bad guys? What if whatever's in there is the bad guy? And it eats you the minute you let it go. I'm just saying you're awfully optimistic. Especially for a newbie. Well, I've been here for years before they assigned me to this pod. Before this, I was watching a door. Well, I assumed something was on the other side of the door, but I never got to see. And I didn't really care, too. Whatever creepy, crawly thing they were keeping in there, I made sure it stayed in there. I did my job. What about you? Where were you before this job? I bet this pays more, doesn't it? Better health insurance? See, that's what I'm saying. One of the perks of the job. Ooh, it looks like Callie just clocked in 2 hours late. That's a new record even for her. We should ask her how her date was last night. If you see her in the break room. No, I'm not going to ask because then she's going to ramble on to me about it. And I just want the juicy information, which you can get because you're quiet. So she'll just talk to you. And then you consolidate that into the juicy tea for me. Come on. At least find out if she took him home or not. Okay, fine. Maybe I am nosy, but there's not much else to do. We're not allowed to bring any technology into the bunker, not that it would work, so we can't even watch YouTube or nothing. Do you want to play tic-tac-toe? Don't make me play solitaire all by myself. Because I always lose to myself, and that's embarrassing. Fine, you want to be all moody and mysterious? Go ahead. Stare at the wall for 7 hours. I'm gonna doodle, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'll draw some aliens. Since you're so convinced that it's an alien, I'll draw an alien for you. You can pin it up on your wall. What do you think about when you're staring vacantly at the wall? Anything you want to share, or are you going to keep being mysterious? Okay, keep your secrets. You'll tell me eventually. Well, I intend to do this job for a long time. Another day staring at something that doesn't move. Not a bad life. Not a bad life. Because after this, I get to go home and do what I actually want to do, which is nothing. So I get paid 8 hours to do basically nothing. And then I get to go home and do it again, but for free. What about you, dark and mysterious? What do you do in your free time? Yeah, that tracks. Keep your secrets then. Don't let me interrupt your staring at the wall. Another day, another dollar, another mysterious creature to stare at for hours on end. Don't get no better than this.